everybody. Mic check. 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2. Give me a 1 in the chat if the mic is good. Where's that? All right. I typically don't have it in my video, but I'm just getting home, yesterday from traveling, and now it's it's been a busy day. It's been a busy couple of days, y'all. And in reality, y'all are a breath of fresh air. And this is not work for me. This is fun. So for the first time today, I'm able to do something that I love to do, and that's communicate with y'all on the live stream. Now, we've been dropping plays all day. Where we've seen opportunities. So for those that know, a lot of us came up on some SPY puts and some call options, right? And we're going to go over what happened, right? Two things. One, I was busy having lunch with my wife when SPY hit a key level that I've identified several times to the Discord. I know some people got the alert, some people didn't. But nonetheless, I want to shout out to KG, Keenan Grace, because I got a notification, right, from KGU that he was hopping into like a 580 put, right, and I was just like, okay, let me check it out because he has 100 shares on this thing or 100 contracts, and I look and I was like, oh, that's my level, and I had just finished eating with my wife, right? I wasn't about to be like rushing to get to the charts or anything like that, but that notification brought my ears to the charts, in which I then relayed to everybody and Sacrifice for Riches. But we've been playing this level. Dude, stop calling me. We've been playing this level consistently for the past, I don't even know, couple days, the whole week, right? So every time it hit that line, we wrote it down, right? And then we had a demand zone that I had showed and established on the charts. And the moment that we wicked back into demand, I called that out as well during the last live stream, as far as that being an opportunity to grab some calls. So if you played it on both ways, shout out to you. Later in the day, the market did get kind of weird, right? Where it was kind of teetering on that line that we were looking for puts again, but we just had to be patient and wait for that confirmation. But I know I got sniped a couple times because I was a little impatient, but ultimately it worked out because we caught the second dive down on the SPY as well. So, but anyway, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if you crushed it today and you got in on those SPY puts and or calls. Also, earlier today, I ran a live stream of me doing options trades live from my phone. This was not me just calling out, hey, this is where I'm getting in or whatever. This was me literally sharing my screen with you and showing you as I'm pressing the buttons, entering and exiting plays and talking through my process, right? It was a little challenging because we ran into some hiccups. I did this exclusively for the Megalodons. Just a small group of people because I'm working out the kinks. It will be for the Megalodons for the most part. So if you're a member or whatnot, then you will get that. I got some details to iron out. It is what it is. But I know a couple people ate off of SMCI today based off the plays that we called out during the live stream. So shout out to everybody. Okay, so I'm going to go through the chat. I'm going to let everybody know what time it is, and then we're going to dive right in. Okay. Oh, shout out to Spark 40, by the way. Spark 40 bought himself a Sacrifice for Riches hoodie. So, and I can't wait to see him rocking it. We also have the phone cases, which are dope. You go on to Etsy and you can put your own name on there. Look, at the end of the day, this means something to me, right? And if anybody's been following my journey on this YouTube channel, then you already know that there's been multiple levels of me sacrificing whatever, whether it's certain things that I was doing, whether it was my health, like putting that more forward, rather that was me going into sobriety. I'm over 700 days of not consuming any alcohol, and I don't plan to go back. I feel great. Things are going well. And it's just things that you have to do, in my opinion. You got to give up to go up. And I am willing to do anything that it takes for me to get to that next level in this market, right? I'll always keep it 100 with everybody here, and it is what it is. I'm still on my journey. I still make mistakes. I'm still learning. I have my process, but I'm going to help people along the way, as I've been doing for the past 5 years. Those that know, they know. So I appreciate everybody for rocking with me, being here, and supporting me throughout this process from then till now. So if you want to be a member, you already see all the names in green. If you got names in green, they're members. And I don't think I need to ask them if they see value in the Discord, because if so, their names wouldn't be green right now. But either which way, you can find me here. You can be a YouTube member here, or you can join KGU, or if you're already on KGU, you can find me over there with the rest of the other crown traders and the other goats that are there that are killing the game and helping people as they've been doing for years, right? So shout out to everybody that's been doing it, and then that's been doing it selflessly, because that's what it's all about. All right, real talk. All right, so without further ado, let's take a look at the chat. Don't forget the like button. I appreciate that, Real Life. Shout out to you. I'm calling your name as I see it on here, okay? Denise, missed them all. I'm so sorry. Denise. We gonna get there though. You got it, Queen. All right. Last one of the day. Let's go. What's up, everybody? All right, hola. Okay, Orca's in the house. Yeah, buddy. Let's go, Shelly. Hey, I'm not even gonna get into it. I have been sober for 180 days. Good job. Hey, shout out to you, Arthur. Shout out to you. Keep going, big dog. Hey, if you ever get that on your brain and you feel like you're slipping or whatever, DM me. All right, real talk. DM me, cause I'd be lying if I wasn't on a slippery slope sometimes too. But I found ways, and at the end of the day, I want y'all to know, like, the whole stop drinking thing, right? I was able to do that because my why was strong enough to support that effort, right? So how does that relate to the stock market? For those that aren't winning in the stock market, for those that are consistently losing, right? Eventually you'll get tired of being tired, right? You'll get tired of losing, because at the end of the day, you have so much knowledge already. I guarantee you know enough to be dangerous in this market just by following me and everybody else, right? And there's people like KG and Traveling Trader and all these other dudes that are just goats at the game that are just doing it, that you can just soak up knowledge from. So you have all the tools that you need. You know what to do. Everybody here, I think, knows exactly what to do, and they know exactly what not to do, right? It's that gray area. It's the yellow. So I reference red light, yellow light, green light, right? The red light and green light, you know exactly what those mean. Stop and go, right? But if that yellow light pops up, your wheels start turning, right? You start to contemplate, oh, do I rush through it? Do I slow down, right? Do I try to catch the light, right? Like things like that. And when you do that, last minute, you end up getting smoked. Well, unfortunately, that can happen to people, right? So I think a lot of people end up getting caught in the yellow light phase of the market, aka essentially when it's consolidating, because you're trying to time and trying to identify the direction, and then you're just getting smoked by some arbitrary stop losses. And that's what I think kills a lot of people. It's killed me. So I know if it happens to me, it's probably happened to other people. This isn't supposed to be some rant or whatever, but you know, I just speak my piece. It is what it is. But anyway, moral of the story, if your why is strong enough, you'll figure it out. Or you'll stay in it long enough to figure it out. Right? Because if your why isn't strong, then you're going to quit. So if you're on the brink of potentially quitting, or just tired, over it, whatever, right? You don't think the market's for you, then I think you need to sit back. You need to write down the pros and cons. You got to write down the why you even got involved in the market in the first place. And then you got to make sure that whatever you write down is strong enough, and get rid of the, oh, for generational wealth or for financial freedom. Those are generic answers. And you need to dig deeper, in my opinion, to figure out exactly why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you paying tuition, right? Why are you losing? Why are you trying to make money, right? Ask yourself those questions, because nobody can answer those for you, and nobody can press the button for you and make you profitable in this market but yourself. All right. There's no magic bullet. A lot of it's just discipline, and I'm still struggling through some of my disciplines as well every day, but I'm going to keep fighting. Right. All right. Say it with the chest. All right. All right, everybody. Let's get it. 28 people watching. Please hit that like button. This is Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches. And guess what time it is? We about to look at the rapid fire chart analysis, where we load up the charts. I set a timer, and then you guys give me a ticker that you want me to look at, and I give you my quick hit takes on where I think is going, a buy or not a buy, what to look for, right? What to wait for, things like that. I gotta mute my phone. Hold up. I am busy. Holy, my God. Hold on. Let me silence my phone real quick. I gotta silence my phone because this. My apologies. Whew, I'm hot. I'm dealing with contractor stuff, and it's throwing me off. So I gotta be focused on this. All right. So if you are sending me tickers right now, they will not count. All right. Tickers don't count until my timer starts. All right. If your name is green, you get priority because you are a Discord member. All right. So today it's 8:44. I typically do this for 15 minutes, but today we're going to do it for a good old, let's just get it out the way. Let's take care of 30 minutes. Is that okay? Put a 1 for 15, put a 2 for 30. Let me know what you want to do. Or I'll just kill it when we're running out of steam here. All right. So, all right. I got enough twos. If there's 1 2, there's a bunch of twos. So let's get it. 34 people watching. Let's hit that like. Let's hit the subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And timer is going to start right now. All right. Man. Chart review. Nope. Right here. All right. Let's get it. First ticker. What we got? Is ET. Are we phoning home? Is this real? Is this a real ticker? Okay. I don't know anything about ET, but I do know this. I know how to look at the charts no matter what it is. All right. So ET. Oh my God. I got to be quick, and I can't get too caught up on stuff. So I'm not necessarily talking you through my process, but at the end of the day, you will kind of see what I'm doing. Essentially, off rip, you can tell that I am setting up a zone. I'm trying to identify where it is I like to trade this stock. I do this for anything that I'm looking at, and I have a color code that tells me what this stuff means. So when I'm in a microscopic look on the charts, like I'm in my day trading phase, then I know where I am at all times. I don't need to zoom out because I'm already identified my areas and my zones. So, I mean, ultimately, when you see this, right? Again, also, if you guys are giving me a ticker, please let me know. Give me some context if you could. Let me know if you're trying to trade it for long term, if you're just trying to, or you're a long-term investor, or you're just trying to day trade it, whatever. Okay. But as you know, we are in this uptrend, and we're respecting this ascending channel. We are approaching the top of this ascending channel, which is also a key level of resistance. Okay. So at 1956. So you really have to pay attention to volume as we approach this level, because what I'm seeing here is that volume can potentially slow down as price goes up. And as this happens, this is something called divergence, which you will start to see a potential reversal signal. Unless we break above 1956 and confirm above this level, I am not looking at any type of calls. Instead, around this area, I'm looking to potentially short it. And I'm trying to see if I can identify. I don't have a solidified supply zone. I don't like it. I mean, if I had to choose, this whole area right here is a supply zone, which essentially, oh, hold up, where sellers live. So beware. Okay, where's my demand? Demand is pretty much here at 1565. So this would be my max take profit target if I were to catch a trade at the top, a short at the top. Moving on, next one. What we got? Walmart. Hold up. Whew. Y'all came in hot. Nvidia. Okay. So if you're talking Nvidia and you're in the Discord, you already have the levels. Please go to trade ideas. I believe it's there. Or you can search my name and type in Nvidia, and then it should pop up everything that I've done or all the charts that I posted on Nvidia. All right. So same premise, right? I'm on the weekly, but this is how I'm paying attention to Nvidia, right? I have my highs and I have my lows, right? I have my zone. We are now in a consolidated phase where this area right here, I want to say about, hold up. This is going to be our point of control, right around 1843. I don't need the volume profile to identify that. You can look at the charts and tell kind of what's what. Okay. Now, essentially what you need to do or what you need to see is that above this line, right? Above 1843, this is bullish territory. Okay. So anything above this line is bullish. Anything below this line is bearish, right? But notice that as we approach this level right here, we're starting to see rejection, right? And that's identified by this wick right here. So unless we can clear this line, this level at 137.55, not just clear it, but we need strong bars above it. So what you see here is us breaking this line, but we have an instant top wick and then followed by a red bar. So this is no confirmation that's solid for me, right? It's inconsistent. Same here. We tried to break back up, but this is a wick. This is a candle, but it did not clear. Instead, the second bar is red, right? So you really need confirmation above this level to even be thinking about calls. I'm thinking that we're likely gonna have to short Nvidia. And hold up, where are we? Let's go here to the 1 hour. Yeah, and it's kind of telling the story right here. Okay, look at that. So now we have on the one hour chart, we have supply kind of established here, which we already know because I just identified where the resistance is, followed by an imbalance. Okay, so when you put these two together, right? It doesn't supposed to be a class, but when you put these two together, then this is a strong signal for a sell-off. Okay, and we're getting that respected right now. It's playing out in front of our eyes. Came up, we consolidated, we had a false breakout, right? Breakdown, and then now we have finally retraced and we're resisting. So this is what's going on essentially with Nvidia. Now there's multiple levels of take profit targets, but that's not what this is about. If you need those, please go refer to the rapid fire chart analysis from previous or the options trade videos under the options trade video playlist. All right. So sorry, I'm going to start speeding these up and stop giving explanations. Now that you have like a kind of a foundational understanding of what I'm doing, I'm just going to kind of blow through it. All right. So what's next? eBay. All right. People still, except for sharks. I mean, I don't know who else uses eBay. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know if you're long-term trading this or if this is just a quick snipe for you. But I'm not buying a company that I don't use personally. I don't use eBay. That's a me thing. So eBay is kind of the same deal, right? We're at this level that we've respected. Let me just stop talking. Hold up. Get my clicks together. So I'm trying to identify my zones. And essentially, this is the range in which I'm trading eBay. And I have this thing called a box edge method where I can do this and I can just save time. Box edge. Boom. So, oops. So even though you guys are noticing that I'm not grabbing the tippity tops because that's not how the market works, right? I'm not grabbing the highs of highs because this isn't necessarily where the sellers are, right? A lot of this can be liquidity grabs, and you just need to know what to look for. You guys are free to use what do you call it? Volume profiles or TPOs or whatever you want. I mean, there's a billion indicators out there, but I like to use price action, supply, demand, things of that nature. And I'll go into volume profiles and things of that nature if I need a more, I don't know, a closer view, or if something doesn't make sense to me. But essentially with eBay, we're in the uptrend, as you can see. But this move up, I know it looks like it's bullish and it's strong, but when you start seeing less bodies and more wicks, then that means that there's typically weakness happening, right? I know this is all green, but just because this is green doesn't mean that it's all buyers. No, this just means that it's an increase in volume per candle, and there's buyers and sellers here, and they're essentially playing the tug of war match, and essentially the buyers are kind of coming up on top, but they're getting, they're getting into a fight, right? So sellers are here. So until we clear all of this, then it's a no-go, right? It's a no-go. And as I zoom in, this is just a day chart, right? We are not confirming. We're wicking at the top right here at the base of this supply zone. So just be careful. 71.71 is one level, but essentially this is the supply zone I was able to identify as 73. So if we break above 73.01 and you see bullish momentum and you're seeing a bar close above, let me give you an example. I'm spending too much time on this, but bullish momentum into this, right? You'll wait for retracement. And if we see a wick at the bottom of this supply zone, right, followed by bullish momentum, then you're off to the races, right? Okay. This is the safest entry for a call, right? Here, because you have less risk because your stop loss would be under $73, right? So, sorry about, I'm talking too much. TSLL. I don't know what this is. TSLL. Let me know in the chat if this is helping and if this is informative and making sense. All right. So, I mean, with this stock right here, there's not much to say. I mean, this is in the consolidated stage, and in reality, it's it's at the top of a it's at the top of a supply zone that I've already been able to identify just sitting here at first glance, right? This is a supply zone for this. So, and then demand is not really that strong for me on the weekly. So what do? I zoom out to see if I can find something a little bit stronger. All right. I'm not really sold on where demand is right now. I know where some gaps are, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that this is this is likely where buyers and sellers are hanging out, and you're probably seeing more of a neutral D-shaped formation within this range, from what I'm kind of seeing here. Okay, so essentially this is your top, and here's your middle. Below this is bearish, above this is bullish. So as we come down, if we come down to retest this, you're going to look to see what price is doing. And likely, you're probably going to get a little bit of this. And you are just waiting for confirmation to either ride it up or down. Okay? In that level, I think it identified here. Hold on. Oh, I didn't identify the levels because I just... Okay, 1 second. That's 1096. So I can't use the box edge. I'm gonna have to actually draw these lines out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw these lines out. That's okay. So 1677, roughly that, and I don't like this. So, which this would put us at about $6. So I mean, there's your high, your mid, and your low. Okay. Let me get rid of this. All right, so there you go. And you're in a massive supply zone right now. Okay. And the buyers are losing steam. Like you can just tell. Anyway, only one at a time, Shelly. Okay, Meta. Okay, Meta, easy. I already had this kind of drawn out, right? We hit our levels, we took off, we found support above one of our take profit targets. We shot up, we came down. Okay, let me take a peek at this. I always got to be careful with Meta because I have all these levels, and a lot of times with this, I like to clear my chart entirely so I can have a fresh perspective. And what I'm doing, I'm just finding my foundation first with Meta. And I got to figure out my zone. Whew. All right. So Meta's in a megaphone pattern right now, which technically is bullish, right? But it's likely to respect or continue to respect this ascending line of resistance and support before it decides to break up or break out. So I actually can see Meta slowing down right around here just to come back down to about this level at 543 and then ride this for a little bit before it decides to come down and retest 487.07. Okay, if we do that, then I don't know if we're going to see a sell-off unless we get some major market news that's going to send the stock market in like a free fall. But so if we don't get anything like that and we start hearing hawkish news from Powell, or I'm sorry, dovish news from Powell, then we, in the meantime, while we're waiting on this whole China deal to go through with tariffs, we can see this kind of happening. And then if positive news comes out, then you can see a rocket from here. So what I'm saying is that for Meta, I'm going to set an alert right here at 487 because in a perfect world, this is where I would want to pick up longs. So crossing, consider buying shares long term. Okay, I like to set alerts that has something defined because I get notified on my email, my cell phone, wherever. My alerts from TradingView, I get all those alerts, and then when it pops up, I get to see this. So I don't need to think about what happens if this alarm goes off. I just know, I'm buying shares of Meta. I'm not even going to think about it because I want skin in the game. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at that. Okay, anyway, next up, hopefully that makes sense. What we got? NQ. All right, hold up. Walmart. I'll do NQ in a little bit, but I got to get through all of the. I'm got to get through all of the. What do you call it? The members first. So for Walmart, whew, what is going on here? What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Wrong chart. Walmart. trying to see if I already supposed to have this done. Walmart is one I just don't want to redo. Sorry if this looks weird, but where is my stuff? Yeah, my Walmart stuff isn't populating. My bad. That's okay. That just means I have to go and do it regular. Yeah. Something's wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do Walmart the old-fashioned way. So we're going back. My bad for even wasting some time. WMT. It's weird because I know I have Walmart already done. And this is not the chart I was looking for. Okay, so for Walmart, let's remove my drawings. Let's start from scratch. So Walmart essentially has approached a supply zone and has been rejected. So from here to about here is the supply zone for Walmart. Okay, so, and then, wow. Technically, demand would be this whole thing right here, which I'm not a big fan of. So I like to get kind of closer to figure out what's true. But in the immediate term, right now, you're looking at what appears to be, it looks like a fake Head and Shoulders, okay? That's what it looks like. It looks like a fake out. We had this bullish engulfing candle, right? Here, but we are losing momentum, okay? So we established supply. We have a bearish engulfing, essentially. And then supply zone is here. We fell into the demand. And now we are kind of dancing between these levels. So essentially, you're looking for a breakout. Or you're playing tops and bottoms on Walmart, okay? So let me go ahead and color code this because we do play Walmart on like the daily. If Walmart is talking to us, we play it. So right here. So here's the base of your supply zone. Here's the, you know what? I think it's the weekly. Hold on, I'm zooming in. Let's just see how everything lines up here. Yes. Okay, I'm getting rid of that. That's too much. All right, so zooming in. I would screenshot this. Okay. So you got your supply, you got your demand for Walmart, right? 101.88. Hold on, let's bring it. 101.77 and $86. Those are your ranges, right? So with this one, what I'm paying attention to is essentially where are we in relation to this level right here, which is 93.88. Okay, this is my point of control. Okay, what I'm predicting to be the point of control for Walmart, 93.88 roughly. Above this is bullish, below is bearish. Okay, confirmation above means I'm going long, confirmation below means I'm going short. And then what's my targets? Highs and lows. Those are my max take profit targets for Walmart. Okay, that should do you just fine. Hopefully that helps. What else we got? Uptrend, QBT. As for calls, I already made money on this earlier today. Long, short. Okay. eBay swings. Thank you. Me either. Okay, I'm just reading your chats real quick. One of the best stocks to buy now is CHT. Hey, I'll believe you. What's up, Lisa? Cheaper stocks for Tesla. Okay. It follows us. Okay. Yep. Helps out plenty. Very helpful. Dollar General should go long or short. Good question. Okay. So I see you, Jimmy, but somebody asked about NQ before. So we're going to look at futures. Why not? Let's go into futures. And because I play futures, you already see like there's a lot going on here. So I'm probably just gonna clear my chart and start fresh, because why not? I got 30 drawings. Let's get rid of them. Okay. It's always nice to start with a clean slate. Easy, easy, easy to see right now. Why is this easy? Well, because we have a clearly defined high and low, and we're trading within a zone, right? So, let's respect it. All right. Okay. I'm gonna thicken these up because I actually play NQ, and so when I have thicker lines, that means that it's from a higher time frame. Everything that I do is defined. Oh, that's a 65 in it. That'll work. Okay. So it's no mystery that the market has been trading in a little bit of a sideways pattern, and that makes sense because we are in an indecision, right? Because we have so much like going on in government that nobody just really knows what's going on. So the level of uncertainty is really high. I think Jerome Powell talks on Sunday too. I don't know what he's talking about yet. I don't think he's supposed to talk about rates again until June or July, but you know, I could be wrong. Somebody correct me. As far as supply demand stuff goes, I mean, essentially at this level is where you're getting much of your demand or your supply at 21,261. Okay, so below this level is bearish, above this level is bullish, but the question is where we're going. Now this line is a previous line of resistance that we broke through, right? But we failed to come back down to retest this as support, but we are seeing lower lows, right? It's very apparent that we're seeing lower lows, right? So we have to, we don't need to assume anything. We just need to look at the charts. So we have this descending, I think, wedge, and I'm predicting, which everybody in the Discord knows, that's why we're in shorts holding overnight, that we're gonna come down, right? And we're gonna come and retest 21,000 on NQ. And at this level, we have to make the decision if we're gonna bounce or break down, right? It's gonna be an absolute rocket towards the upside, or it's gonna be a falling rock if we confirm below this level, okay? In my opinion. So just be on the lookout for that. That's the high side of supply. Here's the low side of supply. Right? So again, with NQ futures. Hold on, let me get rid of some stuff. I should change my colors too. But you can see as we're going up, we're getting choppy. So there's no like sustained strength as we're going up. And then we see the sellers really step in, and then we sell off. Okay, so we could be coming back for a retracement before we continue towards the downside, or if we fall, we find ourselves going above 21,261, then we're looking for retracement at about 21,304 to retest this line at 21,261. If we find strength here, then we already know what time it is. Okay, we already know what time it is. So that's what I'm doing for NQ. Hold on, I don't like that. Let me tag this properly. Oh, and the last thing to point out is this level right here, because this is what we need to break above, like essentially to really be strong. This is like where I would add to my position, add to a winning position, because that would be like my next confirmation if we were to confirm above 21,338. But previous supply becomes new demand. Okay, so that's just so you know. And actually this was demand at some point too. So this was demand at this very line. So anyway, hopefully that helps with NQ. What else we got? I need to take a sip. We're doing good. All right. Headphones in the chat. Let's go. Dollar General. Okay, I got you. DG. I know Dollar General. So we've already done this. Now, I expected Dollar General to be where it is, right? As you can see, we've already established our levels. I had our golden pocket. What is going on? Hold up. My mouse started to go crazy. Okay. So I had our golden pocket listed here. Okay. Golden pocket. So, and I said that if we were to break above this, then we're likely to head all the way up to here. This was all made before we just did this run up. Okay. Like I've already identified a lot of this. Okay. So now where are we? This is our supply zone, right? So we had, for Dollar General, we had so far a false breakout, right? So we had some strong volume, right? Blowing out the top here at for Dollar General. But it's not strong. It wasn't consistent. So the next bar, the third bar, right? Red. Came back to retest this line and we never went back up. So instead, dojis, sellers are taking back over. We're in the seller's house right now. So let's take a look at volume real quick. Where am I? Oh, volume. My phone is blowing up. So if I'm looking at volume, I'm paying attention to what's this doing in relation to volume. And everything's kind of going down. If I look at my, I don't have MFI on here. Do I have MFI? Nope, I have to figure it out. Okay, so at the end of the day, where are we going? If we fail to break above 101.41, then we're coming back down, in my opinion, to retest 97.06, right? If we fall below 97.06, then I would be looking for shorts at that point, because we're looking for this to confirm below before it falls back down to retest this level right here of 88.24. I know that's a long way down, but guess what? At the end of the day, Dollar General is gonna go on a rocket if we catch winds of a recession. That's time, but we're gonna keep going for a little bit of a recession or any hawkishness from the Fed, because when things are expensive, inflation is high, then people are looking for discounts. So it's the Walmarts, it's the Dollar Generals, it's those type of stores that typically are the consumer discretionaries that we want to be in when the market is within this cycle, if that makes sense, right? So that's kind of like the only thing I can say right now with Dollar General. Now, as far as where it's going, I mean, you just need to see that, or need to know that there is a huge gap between here and here. Oops, I don't know what I just did, but there's a huge gap. Okay, this gap needs to be filled. So I'll tell you where the top of this gap is, but this is like an options trade video that I would have to really dig into to give you proper levels. Okay, but I'm not doing that on this video. All right. Yay, I love NQ. I love NQ too. when it's trading the way I want it to. If it does right by me, then I'm in love. All right. This will be the last ticker, and then I'm gonna go into some questions, and then see if anybody else is looking at any plays. Oh, I'm gonna talk about the SPY. That's the last thing I'm gonna talk about. Okay. So if y'all want to stick around for that and figure out how we came up with 450% gains on the SPY, then I'll show you. But do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Your boy does not post 4 to 5 videos a day, so I will not blow you up as it relates to, content. The only thing that blows up probably is the shorts now, because I cut these rapid fire analysis into very short streams so people can have easy access to the content. Okay. But give me one moment. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Sacrifice for Riches Discord community, then here you go. My Discord, our Discord is 100% private. It's a small Discord and it's going to stay that way. I'm not trying to blow it up to infinity. I will go and move at the pace that I am comfortable with because I'm one dude. But if you want to be a part of it, here you go. It's pinned to the top of the comments. Also, there's a nice little button that's called Super Chat at the top. And if you can appreciate what I'm doing, you want to support the channel, please feel free to use it. No pressure, but ain't no shame in my game. All right, at the end of the day. All right, so NLR. My phone is blowing up. It looks like I touched on this before. So I don't know if I really want to get into it too much right now. Highs and lows. It's trading sideways. I can pull up a volume profile. I think that'll be the quickest thing for me to kind of do because this is just trading within range looking for a breakout. You already know. It was very clear and obvious where the point of control was on this thing, which we are at 87.95. Okay. So let's zoom in to the 4 hour. Yeah, and you got sort of a interesting like D shape but double distribution type pattern going on here. So I don't like it. I don't like it. And the closer I get to it, the more I don't want to touch it. Yeah. I don't know. If you're looking for this for a long-term stock, then only thing I can point out to you right now without wasting a lot of time is that it's trading within a range. It's tried to touch the volume area high now 3 times and was rejected hard. And it fell down to the volume area low. Now it's back to retest this point of control. So I guess if I'm looking at this based on what I just showed you, is that I'm looking to see if price will confirm above or below this line. Now I'm looking at the weekly. Now, of course, you do your charting on a further out time frame, and then you kind of zoom in to kind of figure stuff out. But when you're zoomed in, you can see the volume sucks on this, right? The volume's trash. As we're going up, I'm not touching this stock. At the end of the day, this stock ain't for me. At the end of the day. So, but anyway, this right here is not confirmation. I'm actually predicting that this is gonna flush, but I could be wrong. Right now we're above the point of control, and it could continue for you. But as of right now, this indication of this nice red bar, yeah, I think this is just a false move, trading sideways for a breakout towards the downside. Okay, that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong though, because we did just break this downtrend too. But typically, when you break into a descending channel like this, you typically come back to retest it, and I don't see any retest going on. So, I'm not touching this at the end of the day. All right, so I'm gonna go to the SPY. I'm gonna read the comments, and we're gonna kind of go from there. And I gotta go spend some time with my wife. What is going on? All right, so there's something wrong with my setup, because this ain't right. What is this? Okay, so I know what this is. Hold up, this is my MFI, but it's in a weird position. I think that's why my chart is all messed up. How do I? Yeah, this is messed up, y'all. Yeah, this is why I'm kind of screwed up. I think it's messed up on my my cell phone, and for that reason, I'm going to have to move existing ping below. Okay, I think I got it. But problem with this is that now I don't see any of my levels posted. Whoa. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's go to Brian. Yeah, none of my stuff is loading. Yeah, this is not accurate. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is accurate. Okay. This is it, right? We're back on NQ. Hold on, let's go to SPY. Sorry, everybody. All right, this is accurate. So this is my SPY chart. Right now, it looks like a mess, but you can kind of see what's going on here. You see the up arrows is where I'm assuming that we're gonna like take off, and below this line, right? So we've been calling calls and puts at 585.18. This is where I got in, and we got that 450% run. No. I'm sorry. Was it here? I think it was here. Because that wasn't today. Today, what did we do? I think 450% was yesterday. But it was based off of this move. This move right here. Yep, on Thursday. Did it say Thursday? Today's Thursday. This is Thursday. It's Wednesday. No. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure out when we did that. I already talked about it. At the end of the day, I already talked about it. I just can't remember. I think it had to be here. I had the receipts. Somebody gonna have to pull up my receipts for me because I don't got them. I'm occupied. Anyway, let's talk about it real quick. I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. These are little arrows and stuff I was using earlier today to call out the plays for the Discord members. Okay. All right. So today, as we came here, we made the first move, right? Then we had another leg down, right? A false breakout. And then this happened. Now this is where I kind of got chopped up. I made money back here, right? Demand was on my chart for down here, but now I don't see it. So something didn't save. But anyway, I got chopped up around here. And the reason why I got chopped up is because, well, one, I was a little impatient. But two, when I looked at this, although we broke this line on 585.18, this was not a strong breakout for me. You can clearly see the wicks. There's no strong bodies going up into this. So I was trying to time the top, and I kept failing. Eventually, I looked away, came back. This happened, and I was able to catch it right here and call it out to the Discord. Right, so we caught the move right at the end, and I think we grabbed like a 50-something% move because we weren't trying to hold our gains overnight. So then once we fell below 584.50, and then we confirmed below the supply zone that I had a 584.18. Right at the end of the day, I think it was like the last 2 to 3 minutes, I told everybody that I was hopping into shorts, and it was only like 5% of my gains for the day. So it was like a YOLO play. Some people were able to get in, some people weren't. But essentially, we closed, we fell down. I called the retracement before it happened. Because Shelly, Queen Shelly, said, yo, yeah, we're going down. And the moment Shelly said we're going down, we took off. But I had already called this out, and so I was expecting this to happen. So, and here we are. We're kind of following this trend. I'm hoping that we don't continue to retest this. Instead, I'm hoping for us just to continue down before we test 580.88. And if we get some really bad news, then I'd love to see us fall all the way down to 569.56. Will it happen? No idea. but we will see. All right, so that's what I got. Christine, hey, I miss you, Queen. We gotta get linked up real soon. All right, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Top left, think it's added to the main chart. Yeah, I gotta reconfigure some stuff, but I appreciate that, big dog. All right, any questions for me? Dude, somebody's blowing up my phone, and I ain't having it. All right, that was your boy's rapid fire analysis. We got it done in 30 minutes, but I always do a little extra credit to see if I can take care of the family. It's 9:27. I'm gonna leave 2 minutes. I'm gonna be here for 2 minutes to answer any questions, comments, concerns. I would love some feedback if you think that this was good. I know a lot of you already do, but there's some people we haven't heard of right now. If I did not get to your ticker, I'm so sorry. Please, man, I'll see if I can do another one. But I gotta respect your time as well as mine. If you are a megalodon, then you get like on the spot chart analysis in the Discord, and you text DJ, or I'm sorry, DJ, that's what people call me. Rail, I need help with this ticker, or what are your thoughts on this ticker? And I'll pull up a chart, like no matter where I am, and I will share that to the Megalodon's channel, and give you the link for it so you can work the chart that I've already worked. Okay, that's one of the perks. I'm ready for you to be back, Queen. Hey, shout out to you, Jeff. I appreciate you being here. All right, any questions, any comments, any concerns? Anybody holding anything overnight that they're hoping it's gonna print? Shameless plug. Your boy has merch. Sacrifice for Riches. We got the t-shirt, which I absolutely love the t-shirt. And then now we have the hats. I don't know if it's going to show, but the hats. And I like to keep it simple, right? We have in multiple colors. I'm rocking it. I own the brand. It feels dope. My boy Spark 40 went ahead and ordered him a hoodie today. He's been killing it in the Discord. He's been learning a lot, and then he's been sharing that knowledge to the community, which is exactly what we're trying to do. No. Are we holding anything over the weekend? Nah. Not unless the contracts are absolutely amazing. I'll have a better idea tomorrow. It won't be an ETF, though. If I'm holding anything, if it's an ETF, then it would likely be like silver. It won't be the spot. Do you think Walmart will repeat like the last call you posted in KGU Discord? I think Walmart will continue to do what I've said is going to do, if that helps you, Simba. Currently, this is for iPhone 15s and 16s, 14s, and I think some of the Androids. I'm going to get it worked out to get more on there. The text is different now. It'll be a little cleaner. I mean, this is clean, but I mean, it'll look kind of fancier or whatever. But, dude, come on now. I think it looks dope. Come on. I mean, this is everything I stand for. My family and what I'm willing to do for my family. Hey, all love. I do more live streams for Discord members, and then Discord members. Look, I need to say this. My home is KGU, okay, but I can only post so much in KGU because I can't spam the Discord there. But I do share my major plays, swing trades, my trade mindset, any economic news that I'm kind of on top of. Like, I put everything there under the Swing Trades with Rail Crown Traders channel, okay? And then I'll hop into the options trade channel and talk to the family every now and then. But throughout the day, I'm active in the Sacrifice for Riches Discord, which you have to be a YouTube member in order to be in, minnows and above. So there, I might be actively calling out the plays, swing trades, day trades, but I'm not posting any of that necessarily all the time, right? So there's a lot of plays that people don't see because I don't spam it there. But in my house, I can do whatever I want to do, and people are eating, right? We're eating together. That's just what we're doing. All right, so everything's on Etsy. You just type in stocks for real, or you type in Sacrifice for Riches, and then my store should pop up. And if the case that you're looking for isn't there for a phone case, if that's what you're looking for, then just let me know and I'll add that phone case, because I have to design it based on your phone case type. I know we have clear cases by request by some of the queens. So that looks pretty dope, the clear cases with all this stuff. And then some other ones, all right? Hey, I appreciate that donation, man. Real talk. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. $5, $1, I mean, $20. Like, all love. That just validates what I'm doing, and I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. That's more than 2 minutes, y'all. I appreciate everybody being here. Hit the like, the subscribe, share the video, please, because I don't make a lot of content. I just do enough, I think, just to kind of take care of the people that already know who I am. But this is Sacrifice for Riches. Y'all have a good night. Take care.